It is everyone's favorite time of week, Wednesdays. The after school special is back. You've waited a full week for one, and we are back in full action. We got Henry in the background. We're back in the room, back to the home base. But you're probably very curious on what today's topic is, and it is going to be food. That's right. Syracuse University's cafeteria dining meal plan, everything, the ins and outs of using food money, everything right now, right here for you guys. First off, let's start with what the meal plan consists of. So as a freshman, you are required to embark in a freshman meal plan. Do you know how much?
The lowest one you can have as a freshman is 14.
14, that's the lowest meal.
2 a day.
So they take it starts on Thursday and it goes till Thursday, so it's a full week. And in that week, you get to use 14 meal swipes. So you're gifted an ID that looks like this. This is gonna be your school ID, and you use this to swipe in and out of the dining hall. And each day, depending on how many times you swipe, you get 14 swipes per week. So that's technically almost 2 per day. Now, with 14 swipes, you also get these things called super card money. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Super money or something. It's an extra money that you can use
only on campus food facilities.
Exactly. So if there's a time where you're like in food.com in Newhouse and you want to grab a quick burrito, but it's not necessarily a dining hall swipe, you can use your food money and get a drink, get food, and you can do that at vending machines across campus.
You get $183 with 14.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So you get $183 to use throughout that full semester. And what you don't use in that first semester gets carried over to the second semester, but it does not get carried over to the new year. So you want to make sure that you use as much of it as possible within the semester, but having some to, carry over to the next semester is always not a bad thing. Now, next thing we're talking about, freshman meal plans, check. Sophomore meal plans. As a sophomore, you get the opportunity to go down in meal plans, depending on how your credit is laid out. So the lowest meal plan a sophomore can get is
7, technically.
7.
But if you come in with credits, if you transfer credits in and you have more than 54 credits as a sophomore, you can go to 5 meal plans. But that's a whole different story, and that's like too difficult to explain on video.
Yes, and you'll notice that right now is which in Henry and I, for example, I am at a 14 meal plan. Henry is at a 7 meal plan. So he has not bought the full amount of meal plan and is thus relying on his own money to pretty much buy food from a grocery store, etc., and kind of pay for his food, but he still gets that occasional 7 swipes that if he needs to, he can go to the dining hall and eat something.
And it's still cheaper for me to spend my own money to go get groceries and cook than if I bought the 17 or 14 meal plan.
So they say on average, every meal swipe that you use or don't use, it costs about $15.
Breakfast is $8.90, lunch is like $12 or $14, and dinner is $17 or $18.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So when you think about that, on average, per swipe, it's about $15 per swipe. So when you think about it, I'm on a 14 meal plan, Henry is on a 7. He gets half the amount, but he's also saving $15 per swipe. So if you think about it, if you wanted to order out food every day, you can think about, okay, I don't want to spend more than $15 on food that I'm ordering. Now, you're going to be spending a lot of time at the dining halls as a freshman. And I think one thing you'll notice is freshman dorm dining halls are extremely better than the rest of campus. So places like Sadler, places like Day Hall, like up in Day and Flint, their dining halls are going to be superb compared to everyone else. And I think that's because when you come in tour, when you're here as a freshman, you love the dining hall. They make your food extremely well. And I think as you come older, it's just not as well. Now, are there times where the meal plans are really good? Yeah, I mean, there's chicken tenders, which are on fire. You're going to notice some that's a Syracuse delicacy is the chicken tenders.
Syracuse delicacy.
Yeah, exactly. The chicken tenders are fire. But the rest of the meals, they're not so much. So, it kind of is a hit or a miss. And the food, depending on where you eat, is really kind of depends on how well and how bad the food is. And I think that as you progressively get older, you're going to realize that the food is not worth your buck. So for instance, I'm still at that plan where I don't want to make food. I don't want to put in that time and effort to make food when I can just use a swipe. Henry's at the point where he likes to make his own meals, and they're going to taste so much better than the schools.
Plus, it's healthier. Way healthier.
Way healthier, because you're going to notice, for instance, if you go to Ernie Davis Dining Hall, which is the one closest to us, they've used a lot of oil, they've used a lot of, what else is there?
Butter, like all kinds of fattening stuff that you don't really have to put in food, but for some reason, cheese overload on everything.
Yes, and it's usually a lot of the same repetition. At least last year when I was a freshman and I'd come to Ernie, I started to like see that, hey, this food isn't that bad. But this year they've really started to do the same thing every week. And they used to have like an open salad bar, which they kind of do now, and an open pasta bar. But this year they've really started to get away from that, and it's just not as enjoyable. You'd say that, right?
Yeah, and then also with my 7 meal plan that I have a week, I get $314 or something along that line. So I get almost double the amount of money on like my card that I can spend on like the on-campus grocery stores or Dunkin' Donuts or like the restaurant we have on campus than he does.
Yes, so the lower meal plans you go on your card, the more money you get on your card to use in extra. So it almost is very nice when you're lower meal plans, because you get to really do those a lot of dining outs and dining, like you don't have to go to a dining hall. And some of the things is, so as you become even older, junior, you have the meal plan where you don't even have to get a meal plan. And if you live on South, you don't have to get a meal plan at all either, right?
Yeah.
Like if you live on South, do you have to get a meal plan?
Only if you're a sophomore.
Okay, so sophomores, if you live on South.
Sophomores are still required to live in dorms and to still get some type of meal plan.
Correct. So, but the joy on South is you have a full entire kitchen at your disposal. You can use you have a fridge, you have a microwave, you have
a full-size fridge, and not like the mini fridge.
Not the mini fridge that we have, which the camera is resting on right here. And you're probably curious on why we're like booking through this, because it seems like there's a lot of information. But I don't want to make sure that this video like takes like 30 minutes, because there's a lot. But I want to just say it as fast as possible towards you guys. So overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you recommend Syracuse dining?
Freshman year, I loved it. I personally thought, like, all my friends complained that it wasn't good, it wasn't worth it. But freshman year, I thought it was really good. You had your options, you had your healthy options, you had like your fast food options, all that crap. Freshman year, I liked it. I thought it was one of the better meal plans that like from like different universities. Like I would talk to my friends who go to school in Florida or Stanford or Michigan or anywhere, Maryland, and like I thought ours was better than theirs. But then this year, I think our meal plan is complete trash.
Yes, and so why don't we just walk all the way to the freshman halls to eat? That is a great question.
It's a mile away.
Exactly. To go all the way to where Ernie, or to go where the Day Hall and Flint Hall is, or to go all the way to Sadler, it's just not convenient for us to go there to walk. And so the majority of people on actual campus will eat at Ernie. It's probably the busiest place out of all of the dining halls that serve the most amount of people. Yeah. And I feel like that should in its own be the reason why they should have probably the best food. But I don't know. It's just kind of food for thought. But that is everything that we can think about for food, right?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah.
But also a food hack that a lot of people don't know about campus as sophomores and juniors even is that there's this place called Faculty where you can use like your money that they give you on your card, and it's like I wouldn't say like a 5-star restaurant, but it's like way better than school food. And it's just like you can use your money in your card, and like if you want to get like really good food, you can spend like $20 on your card, and it's definitely worth it. Like way better than dining hall.
Yeah, and so Faculty, if you're curious on how the campus location and everything, it goes Bird Hall or Bird Library, then it's Faculty right up on the hill, then it goes Watson Hall. So it's right there. It almost looks like a house on campus. It's right across from the fraternity house up on the hill. But Faculty is a great food. Really? Right while I'm recording the video? He's doing his hair, everybody.
Give me like 30 seconds.
So yes, that is everything, the ins and outs of food. If you have any questions regarding the dining, the meals, etc., just comment them down below and I'll do my best. Henry will do his best to kind of answer all of those questions that you have. Hopefully.
Also, if you're vegan, have allergies, gluten-free, whatever, they take care of all that. So if that was your question, like options if you're vegan or vegetarian, whatever, they have all those options.
Now, are they really good? I don't know about that, but they have them there so they can say, yes, we provide vegan options. But yes, Thank you all for watching the After School Special. I will see you with another topic this time next week on Wednesday. Thank you all for watching, and that means that the day video is gonna end here.